One of the greatest gifts that we can give back to human beings is to appreciate nature to the fullest that each and every one of us are asked to do. It's not only the Anishinaabe people that are asked to take care of nature. When we look at, are we keepers of the earth? Each and every one of us have that responsibility to participate in the saving of nature. I studied a species at risk. My last 12 slides, 13 slides have to deal with species that are really suffering. And part of this is because I'm so important to nature that it's my very being, my very existence to see the continuation of non-human beings. That being the birds, the trees, the plants. Because the Anishinaabe people look at everything in a sacred way. Because if we don't look at it in a sacred way, then we must understand that we're failing our responsibility as custodians of Mother Earth. I do 3 prayers in the morning. 1, to ask for forgiveness to Mother Earth for not taking care of her and seeing the littering and all the other things that happen in the world. I ask for forgiveness for the water being poisoned, sometimes by me or human beings. My 3rd prayer is that I ask for forgiveness for creating smog and polluting the air. I ask for forgiveness because I drive my car to come here to this meeting to show each and every one of us the importance of nature. I wish I could fly like a duck and just fly away from all this responsibility, but once I tell you, it's your responsibility also. When you look at things in the sacred and you become one with nature, it's one of the most gratifying experiences that you'll ever see, feel, and do in your walk as a human being. You'll hear me say the term human beings many times because I don't make any class distinctions. We're all human beings. We have that responsibility to share the goodness, not to run away from our responsibility. I want to introduce you behind every good elder on Cape Croker are 5 wonderful women. They've got Anishinaabe names. Arrive as dawn arrives. Dances with the wind. And because of her ongoing commitment, I call her Little One. I call her Red Sunset. I call her Shining Star. These are my students, and without them and their willingness to listen to my teachings, it means a lot to me because Mother Earth needs our responsibility. The planet Earth needs our protection. When I'm looking at, when you first heard of me coming as a First Nation individual, what was your first idea in your mind? A big 6-foot Potawatomi standing up here? Shoulder-length hair? Well, did you? Sorry to disappoint you. But sometimes as the world changes, so does our very being. When I'm looking at nature, I appreciate every aspect of nature as I'm looking at the birds, the trees, and animals. The greatest gift, as I said, is that we give back and help Mother Earth. And you have that responsibility. Because when you look at it in the sacred, of all the speakers that spoke today, I was really blessed by what they were saying. Didn't understand a word half the time, but yes, I did. Just kidding. They tell you not to bring any notes. I wrote them on my hand. We as human beings have a wonderful responsibility and a loyal responsibility. The students that I have here are very important to me. As I share my thoughts on the importance of nature, I've seen my children grow, each and every one of them. As they have learned more about Anishinaabe culture, A lot of the birds that are, and plants that you're going to see in the next few slides have been put on the receiver list. They need our help. The opening statement is that said by Chief Seattle almost 200 years ago, said that we didn't create the web of life. We're only a strand in it. We are merely a strand in it. What we do to the web, we do to ourselves. Every time that we take our car out, we begin to see the pollution. Every time that we do things that are not edifying to nature, we begin to lose plants like this, lakeside daisy, the hill thistle. Some of these are very important, are crime. I was sharing with an individual just before I began this talk that we've lost the ability as human beings to listen to what nature is saying to us. We can hear the cars honking, the horn, ambulances going by, but when the cricket is singing in a young street, can you still hear that cricket? Can you tune yourself out just for a moment to hear nature saying, I need your help? There's a song that says, I could use a little help from my friend. I like that song. And the animals are saying, do you need? No, I'm not going to sing for you. Do you need anybody? The important thing is nature. Listen to what nature is saying to us. And as you see the sun setting in the distance here, look at the tree here, and I was looking at that as we took that picture, as we look at things in the spiritual and the sacred. That tree, cedar tree, one of the medicines that we really respect. Almost like there's a human being in there telling us of our responsibility. Before the sun sets, what will tomorrow bring for each and every one of us? Will we hear the crickets sing? Will you understand when the blue jay is singing and warning you? Will you walk over the snakes because you're afraid of it? Will you carry the turtles across the road and stop all the traffic? I think that's our responsibility. As man increases his footprints upon this sweet Mother Earth, we're beginning to lose the grips of our responsibility as human beings. One of the greatest things that you can do is help a turtle across the road. One of the things, when I talk on legacy just for a minute, is that I don't want to be remembered with a plaque or anything else. I want to be remembered for saving nature. I don't want a plaque, I don't want to be put in a book. It's my responsibility as a missionary person to automatically come from my heart to share with each and every individual. That means 10 minutes is up, but according to this clock, I got 3 minutes yet. You know, as missionary people, we never follow time. Our day begins as the dawn arrives. All the sayings that you heard of missionary time or Indian time, that's not true. Our days begin as the dawn arrives. And as the day begins, and the sun begins to set on human beings, and as the stars begin to shine, in our hearts will we know that we've done our best for that day. That as dawn arrives the next day, will we hear the birds singing? Will we hear the crickets? Will we hear the crows calling? Each and every one of us have this wonderful responsibility. And when I'm looking at that, it's when we learn to become one with nature. What kind of legacy are you going to leave? If you want a plaque, I'll buy you a plaque. I'll put your name on it. And I'll put all these fancy words, these Latin names that I have to borrow from my brothers over here. Don't know what they mean, but if it makes you happy. What I want to leave is an inheritance that they know that when our children become of age, that we'll have something left for them. That they, when they wake up in the morning, that they'll feel the freshness of the wind. And as the wind dances with them, that they'll understand that the Creator gives the wind for this very purpose. Inheritance, legacy, and nature go hand in hand. One of the doesn't supersede the other. It's only man's pride, and when you're looking for legacy, that hinders the inheritance that we leave with our children. We did not inherit the land from our parents. We are borrowing them from our children. This inheritance is very, very important. And as you learn to walk with nature, learn to listen to what it's saying. As you listen to your mother when she's helping you. I want to end with this, is that Mother Earth nurtures us while we're alive. And when we go to the spirit world, we nurture Mother Earth back with our very body. And as I conclude with this part, it's been an honor to come here and share. Taking the tobacco is very important to me, because if I didn't want to speak here, I would have never received it from my friend. Tobacco to us is one of the sacred medicines that each and every one of us must learn. Might not seem important to you, but as a human being, it's very, very important to me. May the sun set on you, and when you wake up in the morning, may you find nature at its fullest.